Arachnophobia, the irrational fear of spiders, is the most common zoophobia. By instinctively triggering a protective reflex in the face of danger, fear is part of a survival tools, whereas phobia reflects a disruption of the mechanism. According to the famous Austrian psychiatrist Sigmund Freud, the fear of animals is a common anxiety in children, but it reflects a neurotic dysfunction when it continues into adulthood without any triggering factor. It thus becomes pathological when it paralyzes an individual in the absence of a proven risk, monopolizes his thoughts, and influences behavior and decisions. Arachnophobia can trigger an irrational and intense fear of an animal that is in most cases harmless. Among the 35,000 species of spiders found, only about 100 are truly dangerous to humans, and almost all of them live in the tropical regions of the precious planet Earth. In terms of origins, one hypothesis suggests that we evolved to fear coming face to face with a huge spider. Some researchers believe that spiders were much greater threats in the past, and it would have been advantageous to be naturally afraid of them to avoid being killed. Thus, our fear of spiders could have been transmitted from generation to generation, just like our natural fears of darkness, snakes, or emptiness, which can be explained in the same way. This hypothesis would be amplified by a fictional words where these creatures can sometimes be represented in an extremely frightening way, and we think in particular of the many horror films featuring giant specimens and which have probably contributed to base the portrait of the animal. The second hypothesis is linked to our culture, with scientists noting that people who are afraid of spiders are often equally uncomfortable in contact with cockroaches or slugs. Over time, the repulsive aspect of these creatures would have been instilled in our culture, the idea that they could carry disease, and this would push us to be afraid of these animals. Among the examples that prove the contrary, it is one of Cambodia, where the fried tarantula is part of the culinary specialties of the country, and its consumption is very appreciated by the locals, being enough to make the arachnophobes swoon. Finally, a study from the Institute of Brain Sciences in Germany has succeeded in proving that we really are born with a natural fear of spiders, indicating that babies show a marked stress response to the sight of a spider without even having the slightest idea of what it is or why we should be afraid of it. In short, this experiment demonstrates that a fear of these potentially dangerous creatures, such as arachnophobia, comes from an instinctive response passed down through generations. Thus, this is yet another proof of human similarity despite our differences, highlighting the importance of desensitizing the public's fear of spiders through scientific popularization for a better world.